Thai Orange Striped Bass, William Hovey Smith, 2013. I'm the author of Practical Bow Fishing, but occasionally I do other fishing too, and we caught a good striper with Captain Faircloth on Lake Murray, South Carolina.
I'm Hovey Smith, the backyard sportsman, and I was recently at the POMA conference. And if you don't know what POMA is, it's Professional Outdoor Media Association, of which I am a member. Well, one thing they do at POMA is they have an axed cooking contest where we outdoor writers, we get together and they give us a box of mystery ingredients. Well, you sort of know the drill. And we cook on the spot and we plate it up and then we send it off to be judged. Well, this year, what they gave us was a piece of striper. And what I did with that dish was attempt what I call orange Thai striper. Well, we got a striper, a nice fresh one. Caught it yesterday. And I'm going to attempt to do what I could not do at that event. That is, replicate the recipe that I would really like to have done. But, at any rate, we came in second in our flight of cooks, which was not a bad standing.
Here's what I cooked. You have a bass fillet, and those are peanuts on it, as well as a tomato slice with a twist of orange and a vegetable medley.
All right, so let us get started here. We're going to use a couple of interesting knives here too. But first, I'm going to take the head off. Okay, right about there is where you want to do it. Right back of the gill plates, right there. Okay. All right. A good chop. Okay, we're through the spine, I think. Okay, now knife. Now to the other side. Okay. One good fishing. Got that part done. Now we proceed to gut it. There's a bone that connects these two fins here. That's what's tough and what was cutting. All right. Okay. Take out everything that's loose. And all right. Now I'm going to wash up everything and put it away, and then we'll start off with this fish cooking itself. Well, we now have a very handsome, scaled, clean, beheaded fish. Got it. And we're going to proceed to do with it. Now, for my Thai dish, what I've done, I've already cooked rice. As you may know, if you have been to Southeast Asia and environs, yeah, they do a lot of rice over there. Now also, what we have in here are boiled peanuts. Yeah. As well as a few pieces of jalapeno pepper to give the mix a little heat, as well as soy sauce. So now this by itself is a meal. Yeah. I'm pretty good. So, we're going to use this to stuff this fish. Now, otherwise, we're going to cook it in aluminum foil. We're going to put some butter under the fish, some onions, and cut bell peppers, and a little more jalapeno pepper, some water, fold it up, tin it up, cover it, so it'll steam good, and then put it in the preheated oven at 350 degrees. All right. Now the stuffing goes in like this. One thing about fish, it is going to require some salt. So I'm going to put some salt on the top of the fish here. We're going to put our more peppers and onions and so on top. So, and the rest of our butter pads. So it's going to have a good bit of butter melting in and about it now. And the old side of the foil goes up as always. Well, I try to put it around the other way, put it this side. Now, we shall put that in the oven and await developments. Well, at 45 minutes, we're going to take a peek. It's starting to smell pretty good. There you go. Nice iridescent scales. It's still hanging together pretty good. All right, let's do a lance here. Not done yet, which is fine. Because now here's where the magic ingredient comes in. This was orange Thai chicken, remember? All right. Here goes the orange. So the citrus now, we give it a little bit of an acid taste. You could put it in earlier, but now that we're going to cook it open for a little bit till it's done, it will do great things to it on the inside. And here we have our orange Thai striped bass. Yeah, and you think it's pretty good too, huh? Does it smell good to you? Well, I now say it smells pretty good. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Now this first piece we're getting some fins and bones and some other stuff that won't come out in the rest. Okay. Go ahead. You want one? Now, you can serve. Yeah. You can put a little squeeze of orange on it. That acid really helps it. Now that's the flavor I was looking for. When last you saw, we had hacked some pieces off this fish and tasted it and sort of got an idea of what our taste parameters were like. Now, we're going to see if we can conceive of a little more elegant way to serve it rather than hunking it up and throwing it out as if you would feed your hound dogs with it. So we're going to try something a little different. Traditionally, what is done with such fish is that they are put on the cooking dish and the hide peeled back a little bit. All right, here we go. Laid off to one side. This is a pretty tough critter. All right, now that comes off pretty good now. Okay, so now that's starting to look like fish. Yeah, and we found out from the pre-taste that we need to add another squeeze of orange over the top. Okay. So this is a half of an inexpensive juicing orange. And we also found that the hide actually prevented much of the salt and pepper from actually getting in the meat. So we're going to add a little more salt as well as cayenne pepper. Now my mix here is 1 teaspoon of salt and 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. You don't want to overdo the pepper. I've sent back more than a few fish because they were so peppery I could not eat them. All right, so now we proceed to try to remove the portion from the bone as carefully as we can. Okay, it's starting to flake. You want to get actually on the backbone. Pull a little bit. There we go. Starting. 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 Okay. Now this is going to be about 1 serving size right here. You lift carefully, staying above the vertebrae. There we go. And put it on the plate. Okay. Not the best, but better than we were doing. Now in these big pieces like here, you actually can split them like this, right down the middle. All right? And then you do just as you did before. So peel up from the side. There you go. And lift it. That one did a little better. All right. You put that on the plate. So, of course, now we did have our stuffing here. All right. Which we serve here. And just to balance the flavors, a little touch. And again, just to balance the flavors. How did we do? Well, we shall see. That was good before and is better now. All right? How about the fish? After all, this is what this is all about. Now that's good fish. I am going to add a little more salt and a little more pepper. But this, of course, the diners can add to taste. Now, another tip. Always serve your salt and pepper separately and let your diners put it on the fish. Because people have different salt tolerances and different pepper tolerances. So give them that choice and they will love you for it. And that is about right. You taste of fish. You haven't overpowered it. And it's not so peppery that you can't eat it. Now this is a pretty filling meal, guys. Now, we also have a white wine. And this happens to be one of the barefoot wines, a Chardonnay. It does very well with the fish, as will almost any white wine that's not overly sweet. So now, I think we have us a good meal of orange, Thai, striped bass cooking. Yes, yes ma'am. But now, this is Hovey Smith, reminding you to hunt what you eat and eat what you hunt. Be legal, be ethical, be safe. Goodbye, God bless, and see you next time.
Here at Whitehall, we don't waste much. So this is a chowder made from the leftover stuffing, as well as the fish, the drippings from the pan, and the fish's head. I'm the author of Backyard Deer Hunting, Converting Deer to Dunner for Pennies per Pound, Crossbow Hunting, Extreme Muzzleloading, as well as Practical Bow Fishing. And all of these are available as e-books. Now, stripers are interesting fish. Now, you can cook them a variety of ways. Be creative and experiment with mild-tasting ingredients from anyone's culture. For more on my books, blogs, and videos, visit my website at www.hoveysmith.com. Good hunting and good eating from the outdoors. Goodbye, and God bless.